It's working. I mean, it's working on it.
Okay. Old ladies doing tech. Pretty good song. Is it working yet?
Does it
Old
say it's
ladies.
live streaming?
Oh, I just heard myself in the echo chamber. We're on Facebook, bro.
Does it say it's live streaming?
God, I just heard myself. I mean, you have to probably close Facebook, I think. I love it.
I think we're still broadcasting live on
Probably
Facebook.
broadcasting. If there was, you know, Beth, on our season 6 launch of the Beth and Kelly Show, there is nothing more perfect, really, than some tech user error at the very beginning,
Totally.
some ridiculous laughter. You
Yeah,
know,
and because like I see we are actually broadcasting live
great. Okay,
on
cool. Cool.
my Facebook page, folks.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Um, wow, dude, it's been a minute since we did this.
It's been a minute and like a lot of things have happened.
A lot of things have happened. And
And
we don't have a guest today, per usual, on the
we're
season.
starting our season now
Yeah, in
in
November.
November.
So it's a little late, but we've been kind of busy. Uh, and I figured, if I were to find a new podcast to listen to, I probably wouldn't go all the way back to season 1, episode 1. And what if we spent today kind of introducing ourselves to our listeners?
Yeah,
Have a couple laughs, share a couple stories, see where it takes us.
right.
People know
Because the
what we're
thing
about.
is, yeah, the thing is, both of us have changed a lot since that first episode,
True.
way back when
But
during COVID.
also not at changed at all.
Right. I mean, at the core,
Right.
it's the
I mean, I
same.
think we're all pretty changed since COVID. One thing that's not changed is that my dog Pinky likes to join into the show sometimes and bark. So
Yeah,
Pinky's still here. She says hello.
she says hello. So, put your brain back into COVID for a second, listeners. And we were doing things back then like going on walks, enjoying the outdoors, a lot. I know I personally did. And one day I was going on a walk in the place where I live, which is in the city of Seattle, in the community of Ballard, just
Ballard.
going on a walk. And I got a phone call from Kelly, and she's like, I got this idea.
Dude, I don't remember this. Go on.
Yeah. You're like, we're going to start a podcast.
Okay. And here we are.
Yeah. And I said, okay. And then we started, and we have successfully had how many seasons? 5 seasons?
Yeah, 5 seasons.
Yeah. And
Each a little shorter than the last.
right, each a little shorter than the last, kind of synonymous with the proximity both of us have to perimenopause, etc.
Right. And
Um,
also maybe the world's insistence on continuing to go back to quote unquote normal, um,
right. And
and being
just
just
like
like overly worked.
we're saying nothing is normal. Nothing has been ever normal since we started.
Yeah.
And so this podcast now in starting the sixth season, shorter than the last, as per usual, um, has not changed in its core topic. And the core topic is what's happening in music education and what can we talk about pushing envelopes in music education and moving the needle in music education.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, Kelly and I started as music players in public
Mhm.
school.
Hmm.
We both had a spark that caused us to go study music education in college.
We are
We,
both children of educators.
yep, both children of educators, and we did that. Then we both moved into the teaching profession and spent lots of time in the public school
Both of
sector.
our first jobs were teaching elementary general music, and neither
Yep.
of us had planned on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you take the gig that's hiring, right?
Yeah.
And I took a gig that was hiring in January. Um,
Hmm.
like you take the gig, but it was such a great learning experience.
I
And
wouldn't, I would never, I would, I thought that I was going to hate it teaching elementary school.
right,
I felt kind of embarrassed that I was doing it. Like it meant
yeah.
like I wasn't a real music teacher or something. I had a lot of, um, I had a lot of ideas about what that meant about me. Um,
Yeah,
and but I needed a gig and that's what there was. Diocese of Oakland, okay? East
right. You
California.
take the gig.
And
Um,
I loved that job. I taught kindergarten through eighth grade general music and, the musical theater and got kids ready for mass every Sunday. The choir, it was like so different than what I had ever imagined for myself as a music teacher and changed my practice for the better
oh,
forever.
totally. Like
Yeah.
when you get into the teaching scenario of teaching general music is when you realize the genius of the people that do it well.
Yeah.
Um, it
Elementary
takes
music
absolute,
teachers are the actual best.
they are the
Um,
actual best.
and the rest of us owe kind of everything to them.
Kind of owe everything to them.
And
All of the skills
I
that
just
you
can't
need to
say
do.
enough amazing things about elementary educators. And I think that everyone in our field should be required to do it, actually.
Do it and jump in because it's like an immediate demonstration of a holistic skill of music and music conveying that you just need to
Yep.
do. There's no one that's going to jump in and help you. There's
Yep.
no paid
There's no
accompaniment,
clinicians coming in to pull
no
out some
clinicians.
kids. There's no opt out. Oh, well, this kid doesn't just really isn't into music and then they're just not there anymore. Like there's none of that. It's for literally every kid in the school.
Teach every kid in the school.
Yep.
You learn. This is where you develop the eyeballs in the back of your head.
Yes.
This is where you develop the what we like to say RTC skills, the read the crowd skills.
Yes, read the
Um,
crowd. Yep.
this is 5-minute chunks of activities that
Yep.
are curated to blend into each other,
Yep.
uh, and lead students through an adventure that they didn't know they were on.
That's right. And all of this is done um by doing, by the
Right.
act of music making. There we are not talking about the music making. We are doing it.
Yeah.
uh and when I pull back and think about our secondary classrooms,
Right. So, like, let's talk about our dual history here. Like,
sure, let's do it. I love it.
we both started with teaching elementary general music. And then
Hmm.
we moved to middle school together,
Yes.
where we found each other teaching at the same middle school. We were
Yes.
the music department at a really special middle school in the Central District of Seattle.
Hmm.
And if you listen to any of our past shows, we talk about WMS all the time.
That's right.
Washington Middle School, it's a special place and um, has touched thousands of people's lives. Um, that school and its music program over the years. There are
Hmm.
so many people who have been uplifted by WMS.
Yeah.
And this is where Kelly and I entered for the first time as teachers into teaching secondary and
It's where we
Um,
became friends,
yeah,
colleagues
where we
first.
became,
Yeah.
yep,
Um,
friends, and then where we like, partially because we were very interested in pushing envelopes musically, always have been, right?
yeah.
But also because it was just fun.
Yeah.
We decided to shake things up as much
Yeah.
as we could.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's where we started kind of the shaking things up as a general rule in
Maybe it
music
might
ed.
be where it might be where like really my teaching philosophy, if you want to say it that way, where it was really like honed and solidified.
Yeah.
And I think the largest part of that has to do with you and the teaching relationship that we created for ourselves in that I was thinking about this on my drive. I was subbing today and I was thinking about this on my drive home about how, when kids, a little kid, like 2-year-olds are notorious for asking why, why,
Yeah.
and it's super
Yeah.
exhausting. Like it's a lot. But that's just human, I was subbing high schoolers today and they do that too. And my first job, as I mentioned, was the Diocese of Oakland. So I'm
Yeah.
at a Catholic school, and the answer from most of the teachers, some were nuns, a couple former nuns, was, because Jesus said so, or because the Bible, or right. That was sort of leading the morality, if you will. That's not uncommon in households when you're raising kids.
Right.
There's the classic because I said so.
Right.
And that one we lean on, I think, a whole lot more than we should
Yeah.
as teachers in secondary
I think we
classrooms.
tried that one on for size while
I
we were
mean, it's
teaching.
funny in if you only use it a little teeny bit.
Right.
But um when you don't have something to lean on to answer those questions, and when you really decide, I'm going to answer these questions, but you have to do it in the most concise, practical, musical way for all of these kids, you really start to, it all starts to come together. And what we were doing was, it's so easy to say, well, that's because that's how I do it, or that's how it's done
Right.
here. That's how we do it here. But neither of us had that because we both replaced beloved teachers who had
Yep.
really left their mark.
Yep.
And neither of us were interested in um not in doing it that way. Like we
Right.
both had to show up as our own selves in the classroom,
Or else
right?
it wasn't going to work.
Right. And so, we developed together sort of a shared why.
Hmm.
Why? And we checked back with each other a lot
A lot.
because we were developing department policies, right? So we created a method of practice and tracking that together. It was department
Yep.
wide. And, really every single practice that we had was for the entire music department, absolute total beginners,
Yep.
choir, orchestra, band, up to the jazz groups.
Right.
It was through composed, if you will.
Yes.
So we were answering the why together, which
Yeah.
certainly made me feel more confident.
Oh, me too. I mean, and then just like thinking about how, and especially like I will say, like as a string teacher, string teachers are often just kind of left alone. It's not a hugely collaborative thing. And teachers will say, "Oh yeah, well, I mean, we're collaborative." But I don't think so. Not on the
No, I
level.
don't really think so. It's
Yeah,
different.
yeah, it's different. The way we chose to be together and how everything was communicated, how everything was approached. It made it so that we were able to truly change the culture and build it from scratch into something wholly unique and very student-centered and very united. And it changed us both forever
Yeah,
about music education,
yeah.
knowing this.
Right. And I think a huge part of this show really is talking to different guests about how they arrived at what they're up to,
Mhm.
trying to artist interface, if you will, for classroom teachers who might be listeners sometimes, like to try and um bring some ways of doing this in your own classroom forward, and to just really help people. It's so corny. I don't want to say out loud, find their why. Oh God, it sounds like a
Right.
back to school principal meeting.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
I wish I could come up with a better way to say that
or
right.
like, or like, keep their why or something, because it's like we cannot just say you don't know your why if you're not like us. Because people have their why. They
Right.
teach music
Right.
for a reason.
Right.
People have
There's
their
just
why.
nothing that I dislike more. And it really rubs me the wrong way, kind of my whole life, if I'm being honest. But now more than ever, this idea that, like, well, that's how I learned it, so that's how we're
Hmm.
doing it. Or, well, that's how the person before me did it, so that's how we do it. Like, can we acknowledge by now how much our kids have changed, how much we have changed
Much we have
in
changed
the last 5 years? I mean, we've got to
drastically.
re-examine kind of every single thing that we do. Um, and I think that's really exciting. I find
Yeah.
it fun.
Yeah, well, and here's the deal, like if you take the Beth and Kelly show of 5 years ago and listen to the why of both of us at that point, we were different people then. Both of us have completely transformed our lives since then.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing remains, and that's music education is the main driver.
Yeah,
Music education is the main driver.
yeah,
But almost everything else has changed as far as what our like physical daily reality is
sure.
since we
Uh,
started.
yeah, that's weird.
It is
Uh,
weird.
do you want
But
to go in that
I
direction?
mean,
We
we
totally can.
can. I mean, if we talk about the why,
Yeah.
just want to like acknowledge out loud that the, I feel like teachers in general, and music teachers in specific for us, are made to feel that their why needs to be because, you know, I do it for the kids. I don't teach
Yeah.
for the income, I teach for the outcome. This kind of thing.
Right. Like,
We're
I think that is so jive.
it's
It,
jive.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it ever. Um, and I also think it's really harmful,
Yeah, it's really
actually.
harmful because there's like guilt and shame infused into it. And if you find yourself struggling in your position, or in your job, you're made to feel guilty that you're not having a good time and that this isn't the epitome of your entire life's dream. Um, and if you're feeling too taxed out, tired, worn out, burnt out, blah, 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 that that's a you problem, like, because,
Right. Like you're the only one.
yeah. And I mean, that's literally what happened to me. Um, Basically, from the moment we started this show 5 years ago through 5 years, I came to the end of my teaching career.
Yeah. You want to tell us about that, Beth?
Sure. I mean, I think COVID played a role. I think purposely having deep conversations about music education with a whole variety of different people who come at things from very different and creative angles helped me want to change my path. Um, Burnout definitely played a role. Teaching through COVID was a trigger. It built up like PTSD responses for me, and like, um, I just became overwhelmed after that.
Hmm.
Because I feel like I gave everything I
Yeah.
had, or more than I had to give.
Hmm.
And by doing so, I actually hurt myself.
Hmm.
Um, it was a traumatic time. And having to return and just this overarching feeling. And of course, all of this is drenched in shame and guilt of
Yes.
needing to act as if nothing happened or make it be the way it was, when I wasn't feeling like doing that. And I had changed, I was different, so I couldn't go back and be the same.
Right.
Um, so basically, my heart changed. Like, I just came to the end of my teaching career at that
Yeah.
point. Like, that we came back to school, finished out a school year with a bizarre scenario of teaching half of the kids online while teaching the other half of the kids, spaced 6 feet apart. All of this stuff is just like, no,
No.
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 And
It
then,
was
well,
wild.
it was wild. And then, you have a summer break
Yep.
and the anticipation of coming back the next year.
I
I
know.
was like, not okay with that,
Yeah.
and made myself a deal. I was like, I I am giving myself one more year to make a plan, an exit plan. So I taught for that one more year, made an
Yep.
exit plan, and followed through on it, and have
Are
since,
doing that.
yeah,
You are
are
doing it.
doing, like, still, I mean, it's all a big, huge transition. Have since moved into a different space for serving music education.
Which
Um,
is what you should say it. It's pretty major.
yes, so I'm working for the MEA, and currently, um, have moved into an interim space, as the
She's the
executive.
big boss. She's being modest.
And it, like, nothing feels more right to me right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm highly grateful for that opportunity, but
You have
also
always been passionate about
I've always
MEA.
been the world's biggest MEA fan.
Yeah,
Like,
you're the reason I have a
dude,
membership, dude.
dude, like, I've always been the biggest fan. I've always been involved. I've always, with all of my different associations that I'm a part of.
Yep.
Um, but like, doing this right now is what my heart is telling me to do. it's a highly different message than what I was feeling when I was in the wrong space. So
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity and I'm going to give it all my gusto.
Well, you
But
are,
what,
and
oh my gosh, it's crazy. And you're helping me out, but and soon we can talk your story too, but
all
like
right.
let me just say like this whole thing, which is kind of still evolving,
Yep.
has taught me that your heart changes and it is good to listen to it and move with it. Um,
Yeah.
you are not stuck. You can
Yeah.
move and change.
It
Um,
might be as simple as what Pinky, hush, what building you're teaching in. It
right,
might be a little more complicated, not just the building, but the grade band you're teaching. Maybe,
right,
like maybe you still want to be teaching kids full time, but something's not right. Like it's
right.
okay.
It's okay. And there is a chance to find a different path. And like, yes, I mean, I was talking with a group of folks yesterday about the golden handcuffs that teaching in the the public school realm gives you, such
Mhm.
as like, yeah, I am paying for Obamacare right now. And yeah, stuff is screwed up because of what's happening with, the tax breaks that are not coming. Like stuff is going to be totally screwed up, man.
Yep.
So like, yeah, you get this great health care. You get dental coverage that covers crowns. You get
Yeah.
vision. You get this amazing and very secure retirement account. So I understand why people stay.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
I
but I'm
definitely
here to,
miss my teacher benefits.
oh yeah, but I'm also here to say like if every fiber of your being is saying leave, you can, and it is possible.
Yeah.
And I can help.
Yeah. That all happened for me a little earlier than it did for you.
Yeah.
I found myself um
You were at the end, while at Washington
there
Middle
was
School.
I didn't think I would be at the end. Um, but it was a combination of my own um it maybe some of it's my OCD, but I think it's just generally teacher stuff. Like we all know that if a kid doesn't get it, that ultimately it is our fault.
Hmm.
We have not found the way to reach the student.
Right.
And when you're teaching, I mean, in my 8th year at Washington Middle School, I saw 350 middle schoolers a day. Some of them were the same kid twice,
Hmm.
but it was, 300 different kids, pretty close to that. And maintaining the grade book's hard, just those basic things of interacting with that
Mediating.
many humans a day is a
Yeah.
lot. And meeting their needs is a lot. Um, and that's part of what made Washington so special was
Yeah.
the fact that during our time it was the most diverse middle school in the
Yeah.
district. And Pinky's really excited about this. And what comes with that is um a need the kids have different needs and you may not always know how to meet them. The kids were so there's just so many kids from so many different
So
backgrounds
many. Yeah.
that I felt like I could not meet all of their needs.
Hmm.
And I mean, no, I'm not sure anyone could possibly meet all of their needs, really. It was too much. It was just too much. But I am unable to let it go. And I would be
Yeah.
up all night.
It's
Every
that guilt and shame like that we're infused with. Like it's on me this is on me. I
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
save this child.
Yes. I could not turn it off.
Yeah.
Um, and my daughter was young at that time, and I was, coming home from school and doing the mom thing, and then she'd go to bed, and I'd get caught up on the email, and that was all manageable. But then the laying in bed, unable to sleep, because I'm thinking about this kid and that kid and what they need and how can I help and what didn't I think of, and um, I found myself only getting a few hours of sleep a night. I found myself having a glass or two too many of wine to try and turn it off. And and it was, I mean, I still wasn't planning to leave. I just thought maybe I need a vacation. But then we had a change of administrator. We got a different principal. And I just knew it in my
Your
bones
heart told you.
that what we got going on is going to be systematically destroyed.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, what happened.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen, and I know myself well enough to know that I cannot be a part of that.
Yeah.
I will fight to the death for what
Mhm.
I think is right for kids and music. And when that is not what everyone wants, I can get myself into trouble because I'm going to say it and I'm not
Because you
going to
need to,
stop.
yeah.
You're going to have to fire me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And so
And
you left.
I just left. Um, and I didn't really want to. I just kind of had to. And there, was another opportunity for me that was really perfect. And then I
Yeah.
was the education director at Seattle Jazz Ed for 8 years, where I had already done some pretty innovative work on the side while I was at Washington. And that worked for a long time. So during COVID, my job was creating resources for teachers. And I found that quite fun. I actually found COVID to be the most like prolific time in my career where I really honed in on some things that teachers were needing and not
Mhm.
receiving in other places. And I feel super proud of the stuff I created during that time, and some ways of teaching that um, I sort of put into words some things that we were doing together. And in fact, some of that work you and I are going to be presenting at various conferences this year
That's
about the
right. And I'm
jazz
really
values, which
excited.
I'm stoked about.
Yeah.
People will have to tune in later to hear about that.
Yeah.
But for season 5 and now 6, I've entered my sort of bob and weave era.
Yeah.
And I left Jazz Ed, and it turns out that I really, even though I'm a very good administrator and I'm real efficient, and I think people liked working for me, I really miss the kids. I
Yeah.
just miss the kids. I just wanted to teach kids.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm subbing in 3 districts. Um, and that's fun. And I also know how valuable it is to teachers to actually have a music teacher as your sub. It's
Hmm.
like almost unheard of, right? We would have to book that a whole year in advance to get
Right.
Walter.
Right.
And then only one of us could have Walter. Who's the other person? Well, I'm Walter now. Um, and that's fun. And I have like 5 kind of part-time jobs.
Right.
Um,
One of which is helping the MEA. I mean,
yes,
because
one of them is for,
you you are an administrative whiz, so
well, you
uh,
got me going on that, and I am
that's right.
enjoying
If
it.
you are in Washington state and your student is participating in solo and ensemble, guess
I'm your
who's ordering?
guy. Yeah. And I am teaching grown-ups, which I never considered for myself. Um, but this really neat org called Rainbow City Performing Arts, in here in Seattle, um, for queer adults, had a jazz band that needed a director. And I am so happy that they asked me to teach for them. I am having so much fun on Tuesday nights teaching adult big band. And man, these humans are like the light of my life. It's the best. It's the best.
It's so great.
It's the best. And I'm also, and dude, I mean, I can't wait to unpack this a little bit more. But you and I had developed a class
Mhm.
for adult beginning instruments,
Right.
uh, based kind of on how you and I taught beginning instruments, and then how we did beginning instruments at Jazz Ed.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I were going to teach a class to music
That's
educators,
right.
for clock hours
Yeah.
and just parents who wanted to play. It was just going to be a
Yeah.
2-day thing. Well, it didn't happen, but it's happening now at Jazz Night School on Thursday nights.
So
And
great.
we did a whole meet your instrument day, the way we do it. Um, And these adults tried all the instruments, picked what they wanted to do. There's couple of guitarists, couple of bass players, two alto saxes, two trombones, and six trumpets. And uh, it has been so much fun. I think we've had 5 classes, and they already have learned two blues melodies by ear. They
Awesome.
know how to read a fingering chart. They know how to play footballs on all of the chords, the roots, thirds, fifths, and sevenths. We've been doing call and response on little like licks. They know what blue notes are. Um, they're making arrangements in like little group work projects in class. And
Oh, you sent me pictures of that.
yeah, yeah, I
They
sent you
all look
pictures.
they all
I'm
look so engaged.
They're so engaged. I um forgot how much um how much we all crave connection
Yeah.
and creativity.
Yep.
And maybe we're just lucky because when you teach music, it's nothing but connection and creativity.
Right. I
Like
mean,
I
like I felt
forgot.
like yeah, for a long, long time I felt like that scratched my itch for
Yeah,
like that create like needing to be creative because I poured so much of it into my teaching.
right.
Uh, and now I'm like, I need to go down and get involved in some kind of art project or something
Right.
like um because I do so much administrative stuff now.
Right.
Uh, but like I will have chances to go and do a clinic or guest conduct or something like that. And I just love that because
Yeah.
all of a sudden it comes flowing right back in. So I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
these,
feeling, it's like a whole body feeling.
that's right. These adults, I mean, just from every corner of the city and its suburbs. One of our students um, uh, is is an immigrant from Nigeria, and I have never in my life seen someone enjoy playing their instrument so
Oh,
much. And at Meet Your Instrument Day, he did the assignment. He tried all the other things, but he was one of the few students who chose to play what he thought he wanted to play.
uh-huh.
which was the alto sax.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I asked him, what is it about this instrument? And he said since he was a little kid, he wanted to learn it. And now he gets to. And just like I'm like all like have tears just bubbling up
Yeah.
right now. I am so moved by
Yeah.
these students who work all day. They have hard ass jobs. They work all day
Raise
and then they
kids.
come and they love each other. Like they're strangers. They're strangers to each other,
Yeah.
but they are already friends. There's a trumpet group chat called the Trumpet Club, and they message each other like they are into it. And if you ever needed a reminder about the power of music education, it is this class. It is
That is so
breathtaking.
that is so wonderful.
I love
I
it
mean,
so
and
much.
that's just like a reminder to all of us from, music educators that are listening to our show, and we hope you do. Um, like you can see yourself in other ways in music ed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
look at the impact that this particular thing is having. It's
What a
just it's
total experiment. It could have gone really
could have
wrong.
gone real bad, but
Yeah.
here's the deal. We are highly trained individuals who know a lot about presenting, a lot about crowd control, a lot about
Yes.
implementing really complicated things in a variety of settings with a variety of different types of people, all
Yep.
holding a variety of different types of instruments.
Yeah,
We
they got
have the
noisemakers.
skill.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we all have this skill. So, like, gosh, I mean, we can apply it in all kinds of different ways. And it seems so amazing that you're getting this
Yeah.
chance to, like, these adults are like having a moment. Like, I mean,
They're having a good ass time. We are having
yeah,
fun and it's really only strengthened um I mean, I guess I'm doing too much. There's no doubt that I'm doing too much
yeah,
right now. I am
yeah.
stretched thin. Um, but when you are able to um teach how you teach
Teach how you teach.
um
Be
in
yourself.
so many very different spaces and be successful, uh I think I've started to realize that like there is something about how I teach that is definitely different. It's
Hmm.
definitely different. No one is quite expecting it. Nowhere do you realize that more than when you're subbing, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but what I do notice about the way that I teach, excuse me, I have a cough, is that things slow down a little bit. Like somehow all of the chaos of all the people doing all the things, the traffic outside of the room,
Hmm.
whatever, phones buzzing in pockets because we all have lives, still somehow we're focused on making music together. And I guess it's helped me realize how important it is, I think, to make sure that a music classroom is one that feels really safe.
Yeah.
And for me, part of feeling safe is feeling calm.
Hmm.
Um, and we all know that, like, I mean, there's research on this. It's not just opinion that the sort of dopamine hits that kids are used to and adults now too,
Hmm.
this immediate gratification, this um, thing that we're all grappling with as teachers. If you can find a way, I think it's wrong to try and gamify learning. I think
Right,
it's
right.
wrong to try and um, move super quick from topic to topic to topic. Let's do all 5 songs today. You know,
Right, right.
I think if we can slow down
And
and
access flow.
yes, and just really get into, yes, access flow.
It's
And
truly almost like a measured breathing type of yoga
that's
type.
right.
I mean, it's
That's
almost
right.
like that. I mean,
That's right.
and then you find like, oh crap, 45 minutes has gone by.
Yeah.
And
But
yeah,
then the students leave your space changed.
hmm
And to me, that is probably the most important thing about our practice is that we can help um, with the processing of feelings. We can help. I mean, I remember you said to me once when we were at Washington, um, sometimes it was like this kid really could not keep up with the
hmm
material, but they were there.
hmm
And you said, sometimes you just need to sit in the middle of some Bach and
Yep.
just be in it.
Yep.
And I thought, God, that's so interesting. I never once have considered that. And I think that's what I'm trying to express here is that,
Yeah.
you know, maybe, of course, playing the notes and rhythms is important. It's also the easiest part. There are only
Right.
12 notes. There are only so many configurations of rhythms. That's not the hard part. The
Right.
hard part is the coming together
Right.
and being unified, if you will.
Unified, but I mean, it's kind of weird. It's this whole alone and together thing all at the
Right.
same time. And
Yeah.
that to me is also like a healing thing. Like you can kind of like have privacy while you're sitting there in an ensemble playing your instrument because you don't have to like because you're playing music with somebody or you're make singing music with somebody.
Yeah.
You don't have to turn and explain who you are or why. You're
Right.
there because
And
you're
the act of making, the act of
yeah,
creating something is in and of itself a deeply human,
it is. But then when you're in an ensemble,
you're doing it
you're
together.
doing it both alone and together because you are creating music. But then
Right.
that music is tying into another person who is also making music, and that it creates something,
Yeah.
fully unique there. And like that's a powerful thing that like we want our students to be a part of that. And like that is it's a life-changing force, is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so sitting there and bathing in Beethoven in the middle of an orchestra is a powerful thing. Like, let's let
Yeah.
that kid stay. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I want that kid to stay.
Yeah. And I'm teaching my first ever guitar class right now. I'm in a
hmm
long-term sub gig up until winter break, and there's a guitar class, and I do not know how to play guitar.
Right,
Not all,
right.
at all. I've tried a couple of times and really not succeeded. And I'm still teaching guitar class. It's not a problem.
Because you're a teacher.
That's right. And I have always thought that we are overly focused on like learning the techniques of all the
hmm
instruments we teach. I
hmm
also think that that is a misstep in education. I don't think that me being
Right,
able to play the bassoon necessarily means that I can teach that bassoonist any better. In fact,
right.
I wonder if it is detrimental.
Maybe.
Detrimental is maybe a little rough, but it's like I've heard this thought a lot that you can tell what instrument the teacher plays by listening to their ensemble because it's usually the weakest section. Have you heard that before?
I have n maybe heard versions of that, but
Yeah.
like when I think about it, I'm like, ah.
I mean, I don't know. But you and I
All
are
I can say is I've taught a ton of violinists that are 10 times better than me.
exactly. Exactly. It's the exact same concept. All
Yeah.
of these kids in beginning guitar are better than me,
Yeah.
and they know it. I made sure they knew it on the first
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
They show me things. But now, after 2 weeks, I'm not even holding a guitar. We're not pretending anymore.
Right.
Um, and I think that, to both you and I, we talk about wanting our students to be lifelong music makers.
Hmm.
To me, when you tell a kid you're sharp or you're flat, when you tell a kid the fingering, you are hindering their ability to be a lifelong music maker.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we're gonna teach the kid how to do a low two on a violin.
Sure, I mean, we can tell them, we can show them, but we
And
might not
say,
know.
we can
I'm also
say,
teaching orchestra.
right,
And
right.
today in class, I was like, wow, second violins, there's a bunch of C sharps, and they're definitely not, you're not playing a C sharp. And I'm surprised because I thought you really liked to play C sharp. Um, and I don't know what you're doing, but I bet someone here does. And I just sort of look around the room and
Right.
the kids all know.
The kids know.
They know. And it's fun for them to help each other. They like to know the answer too. Why does it have
Yeah.
to always be the teacher?
The teacher does not always have to be,
I reject that idea.
yeah, no. And also I also posit that kids who help others learn music find lifelong musicianship.
That's right.
That
Yeah, that's something we talk about a lot. Um,
yeah.
but I also I don't know if I've even talked with you about this, but or maybe now that I'm about to say it, I feel like I mentioned it in a show maybe. It's neither here nor there. You remember during our Washington years when Seattle schools rolled out this big 21st century skills thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And like we're in the 21st century now, there's new skills we got to learn. And like our art teacher used the skills and put it in the school logo.
Right.
It was like communication, creativity, critical thinking. There's one more, which I can't
Collab
think of right
Did you
now.
say collaboration?
I did, I think. Anyway, um, and then I over the summer heard a podcast. I sure wish I could remember who it was that was talking, but they were saying that this is the first time that the education system, does not know what their students will need to know.
Right.
In other words, the world is changing at such a rapid pace, specifically with technology, AI, etc.,
Right.
that the things that we have for so long thought are the things kids need to learn to be successful. In fact, that is no longer the case, but we don't know what they do need to know.
Except for those types of 21st
Those
century
skill
skills.
and if we are not leaning into those skills in our music rooms, what are we even doing?
What are we even doing? And it's just like I remember when like we were trying to tell the kids what the 21st century skills were, and I think we made a PowerPoint and I I put a picture of like a guitar case that's out for a busker and people are putting money in it.
Yep,
Because honestly, the 21st century skills are the types of skills you need in order to do anything and get paid.
that's right. Or just like survive at this point.
Survive, survive. And
Yeah.
like literally the hard skills we used to teach kids, all they really have to do to figure any of that out now is just type it into
Google it.
Google it or a chat GPT it.
Yeah.
So like 2 + 2 = 4 and like the
What's
re
low two on the
yeah,
whatever string? You know
right,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
Like so much of it is just like at their fingertips and in their device, and we've got to like still talk about these basic
so
human,
much so, in fact, that I
yeah,
think most teachers would say that they take it for granted, right? There's a
right,
lack of curiosity
right.
because the answer is always at your
It's
fingertips.
always at your fingertips. So
And
like,
it's been noted, I've had people comment kind of recently that when I teach, that I ask a lot of questions.
uh-huh.
And I never really noticed that, but it is true. I ask a lot of did anyone hear what just happened?
Yeah.
Like, why do we think I might have stopped? What's
Hmm.
going on there? Why would the composer have like I do ask a lot of questions. Critical thinking.
And
Hello?
they're the type of questions that don't have a right answer. That
Right? Not
anything could,
necessarily. Yeah.
right. And but also like being in the moment doing these types of things together, like a music learning class group
Mhm.
scenario has, it makes us be in those skills and practice them,
Mhm.
whether we realize it or not. And that's why the kids walk away changed,
Right.
or whomever, the adults walk away changed, because they've been engaging in this. Uh,
Yes.
and it's not the just chat GPT it kind of thing. Um, you can't.
No. And you get to be a contributor.
Yeah.
You have a voice here. In this space, you have a
Mhm.
voice. A lot of workshopping, like, well, let's try that. The composers asked us to crescendo those four measures. Let's really commit to that. Okay. Let's try it a different way. Shall we decrescendo for four measures? Okay. Like, what do we think? A lot of creative workshopping of things you and I both
Oh,
like to do.
oh, totally. It's decision making, and it's like, um, I mean, subsequent shows are going to go into, some of our feelings about the setup of music education in the United States and how we can topple that regime. Because a lot of that setup makes people feel like they don't have choices in music and that they must do what the director says or what the sheet of music says.
Right.
When we're working together and allowing people to make musical choices,
Yeah.
last time, that is that is like brain synapses like truly forming and like
Mhm.
connections truly forming in people's brains. And it happens with kids and it happens even adults can still learn.
Yeah.
So that is
Which
learning.
is to say that what the Beth and Kelly show is about is, on the one hand, examining systems that
Mhm.
exist in music education and making suggestions about how we might want to change those.
Right.
Providing resources to do that. Sometimes there's
Exemplars.
data. Yeah. Um, and also the total other end of the spectrum, which is the reality of the thing, right? We both are very situated in the reality of a music teacher right now
Yeah.
and how to make that work in the best way that you can for yourself and for the kids.
Yep.
And we have a ton of practice in that, a
Yep.
combined probably 45 years.
Yeah, and we want
Uh,
to talk about it. We want to talk about it with you. We want to have amazing guests come out of the woodwork to talk about it with us. And
yeah.
that's what we got in store for this season. So, um, I hope you would like to continue listening.
Yeah. Tune back in. We're gonna figure out our tech here. We are attempting in solidarity to no longer publish this show in Spotify. And we are attempting to turn a 6-year passion project into um something that might make a little bit of money. Um, I mean,
Yeah,
at this point, it's we're losing money. What I'd like to be able to do is to pay our guests.
yeah, yeah,
That is the right thing to do. After that, I'd like to be able um, to pay ourselves just for this 1 hour of time.
right.
We're not trying to do too much here, folks. It's
No.
a realistic goal.
Hey, look, turning on the live stream thing was just about the max of
Yeah,
my
yeah,
tech abilities here,
yeah.
folks.
But we're gonna see if we can get this over to YouTube. Some people that know things have told us we should probably do that. So, you know, keep your eyes open. There
Eyes open.
may be some things that we try on for size. We might fail at those things. We often do, especially if tech is involved.
Yeah,
And we hope you hang out with us.
yeah. Come hang out with us on Friday Teacher Happy Hour.
Teacher happy hour. And I guess that's all, dude.
That's all. So, everybody
So
have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you on our next show.
yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.